We now return to The Culture with your host, Mr. Irrelevant, 7 Mitchell.
You definitely cannot miss the Panic versus TOOTZ battle that went down, dropped this week. Salute to both of them ladies. They did some monumental. Oh my God, that third round was just history making, brother. You did not tell me that I was expecting. You played me. You really played me on this one. I ain't playing no game. You really played me. So yeah.
You know what? I couldn't even give you an inkling of what was to come, because if I would have give you any kind of clue, man, I feel that I would have blown it for you. So I had to keep that one under wraps and just hope that you checked that out, and obviously you did, brother. So I'm glad you did. I'm shocked. I was shocked myself, but at the same time I was intrigued, so it was all good.
And I'm gonna tell you, I have seen people get punched in battles. I've seen pocket checks.
Right.
We've seen a lot of things in battle rap. I have never seen what I saw in that third round with TOOTZ. And I thought about what if that has happened. What if that would have happened before? And I was like, yo, there's no way in the world that can be a good look. You know what I'm saying? I think that's corny for two rappers to kind of get together and come up with something. But the way they did it, the way they did it, I don't know, man. My jaw drops every time I think about
it. yeah, indeed. Because if I may say, a lot of us were left with the premonition that something like that would never go down because that level was over with. But obviously that was also kept under wraps or what have you. But at any rate, it was a beautiful thing. I was not expecting it. Obviously, the crowd was not expecting. That was definitely a good look on both of their parts.
Let me ask you this. Let's keep it a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Before that whole situation went down, I mean, it's kind of tough to call because it went down in the middle of the third. To me, the battle was pretty close to where you had told me it was, but did you have a winner up until that point?
Up until that point, I had a dead heat because when one would go in the first round, one would fight right back, and it's like bars on top of bars. They're going back and forth. So before I, told you what you may need to look for, I had it at a dead heat, but never, ever, ever did I have it to where they would come together like that, brother.
They did it for a loop because in the battle, they was talking like they wasn't cool with each other no more. So it fucked me up in the first place that they battled each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought they was cool. So, and not that that meant anything, but it just threw me for a loop that they decided to battle anyway. And then going into preparation for the battle, I didn't really see them speaking that much. And then when you hear the bars, they was really going at each other. So I'm like, God damn, it fucked my head up. So when it really went down in the third round,
yeah, I'm still taken back a bit. Because as I said before, up until that point, I had a dead heat. I don't know how you had it, or obviously you agreed with me, and that's cool. But up until that point, I never would have thought. I was waiting for that third round to make a decision, but
it had to because Panic was kicking ass. I mean, Panic's first round, clearly she got the first. I thought TOOTZ might have got the second. But that third round, TOOTZ was really fighting back. You could see if TOOTZ wasn't seasoned, TOOTZ would have lost that battle. You know what I'm saying? If TOOTZ was all hype and wasn't a little seasoned, wasn't a little conditioned to, be thorough enough to have 3 strong rounds, it would have been pretty bad for her. But she really was kind of kicking in an overdrive and kept it consistent from the second to the third. And then when they did that shit, I was just like, wow. You know, I'm still shocked. And, you know, it was a good look because even the dudes that they was sending the shots at, you know, they was letting it go because they seen the big picture of it, you know. Niggas knew they was in the middle of history.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. And, man, shout out to both of their pens as well.
Oh, my God. The shit they was talking, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, they was talking that shit.
Yeah, yeah. And on top of that, I'm thinking, well, man, they had to be together a little while before and able to pull this intricacy off in the third, you know, that's
right.
You know, well, I'm sure that's not something, of course, they didn't just come up with, you know, in order to establish it that way and to establish the smoothness and the passing off, that had to be some rehearsal going on, brother.
And when you think about that, I'm gonna have to lock in with both of them and see if I can get them to get on the show because, you know, Panic is in Chicago, TOOTZ is in St. Louis, so that's not really a walk around the corner, you know, for them to be able to prepare. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and take a quick call real quick before we move on. I think we got the girl Panic calling up real quick. Let me get Panic.
Yo, what's going on?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Oh, my God. We just talking about that history. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, one thing, you got to tell us off the top, like how, by you being in Chicago and TOOTZ being in St. Louis, how was y'all able to prepare and pull that off? Like, how did y'all pull that off?
Let me tell you, I'm a sum the story up. Me and TOOTZ never wanted to battle each other. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, everybody wanted us to battle. Everybody. And that's my girl. And I told you from the first interview I did with you, I love her as my sister. Like, me and her and P Trace together. And when my first opponent, she wasn't able to battle me for the Rumble in the Woods card, I had no opponent. So everybody was looking for me an opponent, and it was just a whole bunch of, they can't find me nobody, or the person they wanted me to get, I didn't want the person yet. So it just came to, like, you have no choice but to battle her. And me and her talked, and she was like, let's do it. And I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. So TOOTZ basically came to me like, look, why don't we flip it on their ass? You know what I'm saying? And niggas was like basically in my inbox trying to talk shit about her, in her inbox trying to talk shit about me. So he's like, you know what? I'm with this now. And we just did it. But as far as the prep for it, I'm going to keep it real with you. Me and her was talking the whole time. Like, and all the pages we made, it seemed like we did not like each other. We fell out because that's the only reason why we battling. And we don't like each other, just to show people, like, everybody was really at me and at her like, yeah, she talking shit about you. And I wasn't, and she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So the actual part of the battle that we did together, that part is only, we timed it. That part is 45 seconds long. The actual, without the crowd reaction on it, is 45 seconds long. Now, it took us, I'm going to be real with you, it took us all of 20 minutes to write that.
Wow.
And, yeah, now I wouldn't even say, only because 20 minutes because we was talking about other stuff too. But actually writing it, it took us about 20 minutes to write that. Because we was really trying to figure out who we really wanted to take shots at, because it was like, some people was like, I don't even want to talk about this person. But the actual writing it took 20 minutes. The actual rehearsing, I think me and her, it was hard to write for her, you know, but the actual rehearsing back and forth, I think we pretty much got it down in like maybe two to three phone calls.
Woo! That was fucking fire.
And that was like the day before. Like the day before is when we had it down pack on the phone. Like, bam, I'm reading it without looking at the pad or whatever. She reading it. Bam, she got it. I got it. Bam, let's go.
Now, the shots that y'all, did y'all anticipate the fellas to be in the building?
Did we anticipate it for what? I'm sorry.
For the dudes to be in the building, you know what I mean, the shots that y'all was taking, because the guys that y'all was taking shots at, they was in the building.
Everybody except for Steve Staples. Steve Staples came, and he left early, because I guess he couldn't say he had something to do. But everybody else was in the building, yes.
Man, I mean, yo, that shit was so monumental. I hope this shit don't go under the radar, because seriously, like, this shit is something like history, really. I mean,
yeah.
I've never.
Yeah. And we was trying to keep it under wraps, and we was telling people, like, please don't tell nobody, just don't say nothing, just tell people they gonna like it. And the majority of people pretty much did that. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that.
Oh my goodness, man, that shit was bananas. I appreciate you calling up. I spur of the moment, man. Anything you want to let the people know? Any shout outs? I know you just coming up with crazy, man.
Yeah, me and Queen Vixen, our battle is dropping on the 25th of this month in a couple of days. Me and Queen Vixen battle is dropping. Check out for that. That is a nasty battle. That's a nasty battle. Nasty battle. Like, that was crazy battle with me and Queen Vixen. Shout out to Queen Vixen. That's pretty much all for right now. If y'all want to, follow me on Facebook, my name is Karma Franklin on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MissNick92, MISSNIC92.